It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy body. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's to the 10. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Jackson. He goes underneath to Abdullah. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a
All right,
catch,
here we go. Boom,
but still,
landing.
no yardage. Okay.
Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And now running right through it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now they try the right side here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the 1st. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Mayfield on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Tim Williams in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Dancing to it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right? With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
Now let's go. 3, 9.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson. A dump off for Abdullah. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, the confidence is pretty high for him.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Watch it now, Barney!
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Here we go now.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This is screen to Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Abdullah. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Four down. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking left side, and it's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down, Mayfield. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. First down, Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Here we go now.
on second down. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Space to run past the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open, that's a good start for him.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. A strong running. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now they try the right side here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's White. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On third down, that's White. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now White. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Mayfield. And he fins him. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Now let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down, and they take him down. The Bills get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they'll run it here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now Mayfield. And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
One last shot for Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way down to the 37. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected